What's up, guys? Master Joda here, back with another Clash Royale video. I'm sorry I haven't been posting the last couple of days. It seems like I'm going to be really busy this summer, so maybe only like 3 to 4 times a week during the summer, just because I've got summer school going on and I have an internship this summer, but I'm going to be trying to post as much as I can, guys, so just bear with me. But hopefully we can get back to, 5 or 6 times a week if I can get a little bit more time on my hands. But today we're going to be playing the original PEKKA Bridge Spam. This is a great deck, guys. Usually it's got the poison in there, but just because the Mother Witch is so broken right now and it's just very prevalent in the meta, we're going to be using Fireball instead just in case we run up against any Mother Witch matchups, because Fireball is pretty much the best spell in the game right now. So yeah, we're just going to make that sub in, but this deck is usually played with poison. But let's just go ahead and get into some of the gameplay, guys. Alright guys, so in this first matchup, we're going to be playing a fast cycle hog deck. These decks can be very aggravating to play against when you're playing PEKKA Bridge Spam, the original version of PEKKA Bridge Spam, just because they have, skeletons and, skeletons, Tesla, and something like, Royal Delivery. All of those are very good answers to the PEKKA. Right here, we don't know how that Dark Prince didn't block that for that Magic Archer, so that's why we're giving the confused emoji. I was really confused by that because the Dark Prince was in front of the Magic Archer there. But, Clash Royale screws you sometimes when you're playing. Yeah, but we're just giving a little friendly banner here early game. And we know we're going to have a hard matchup, so we're already a little aggravated. But we are going to, play our best and see if we can scratch us out a win here. So we are going to just cycle a zap on his tower. PEKKA Bridge Spam is a good deck in single elixir, guys. I'd say it gets a little bit better in double elixir, but it actually, even though it's a heavy deck, it's still solid in single elixir, just because if you get like a good defensive transition, you can really punish your opponent hard. Like right then, guys, we went Pekka in the back and he went really aggressive. I guess he was just really confident in his defensive capabilities, which he does kind of have a good counter deck to us, just because he's got the skeletons, the Royal Delivery, and the Tesla, and that's all really good answers to the Pekka. But he did go in really hard with the Hog, the Knight, and the Earthquake there. So we're going to see if we can get us some damage here. We know he's going for the skeleton, so if you see right there, guys, we have the zap ready because we know he's going to distract with skeletons right there. So we end up getting quite a bit of damage. He's got to respond to the logger. He's going to be like below 1,000 damage on his tower. So now the damage is about even, and we have like about a 3 elixir advantage. So him going aggressive there didn't really pay off as much as he thought it would, I guess. But now we can't really afford to take that amount of damage again, so we're going to go Pekka just a little bit behind the tower. And since the Hog Rider is going for our strong tower, we're only going to respond with a Magic Archer to it, just because we can afford some damage on that tower. Guys, if you're playing against something like Royal Delivery, you're going to need to split push, because if you don't split push, they're going to get a massive amount of value with the Royal Delivery. And if you looked right there, guys, we knew that he had used his Knight and his Royal Delivery on our Magic Archer, and we had that zap ready again for our Pekka, and just because we had that zap hovering for those skeletons, we were able to get 2 huge Pekka swipes, and that's going to end up winning us this game. So if skeletons are just a great counter to Pekka, so in crucial situations, you're going to have that zap ready, and you're going to have to learn how to, hover that zap and wait for those skeletons. So just because of that one zap, he had to commit so much elixir to that left lane with spells, and we were able to pressure hard on his right lane, and he wasn't able to defend. So that was just a really solid win against a really tough matchup for us. So let's go ahead and get into the second game, guys. Alright guys, so getting on to this second matchup, we have all of your favorite deck to play against. We got an Elixir Golem deck, just the highest skill deck in the game, and just like all Elixir Golem decks are. He's got the Sparky in there, he's got the Night Witch, and I believe he's got E-Barbs too. So just a really high skill deck, as you can see. So let's see if we can pull us out a solid win just against this pro right here. So he's going to start off with a Night Witch and a Fireball on our Magic Archer there. And we got a little bit of an elixir advantage early on here. We're just going to go with a Battle Ram in the back. Some good starting plays, guys, are like Battle Ram in the back or bandit at the bridge, just to, you know, put a little bit of pressure on them early. You're not going to get, you know, punished too hard for going bandit at the bridge. You're just kind of testing their answers out, see if you can get an overreaction from them. We're going to defend pretty solid here, but if you pay attention here, guys, I was like kind of not paying attention or something and wasted a lot of elixir there. Wasted about 2 or 3 elixir because we got all that elixir back from the elixir golem. We're just going to wait for that Sparky to get really close to our tower, and then we're going to zap it for the reset, and we know that he's not going to be able to get another shot off unless the guy had a freeze or something like that. So we're down about 1,000 damage here, but we do have a pretty nice elixir advantage, so we're going to go pretty hard at the bridge here. And we're going to drop a magic archer for all those that's swarm right there, and that's going to be quite a bit of damage. We're going to take the damage advantage back, and I think he responds with a fireball here. He just didn't want to take all that damage, but yeah, now doesn't have the best response for our bandit. So guys, you need to, like, when you're playing PEKKA bridge spam, you need to try and get good elixir trades, especially in single elixir, because a lot of the units in this deck, like Battle Ram, Bandit, Dark Prince, if they're down elixir, those types of troops are just really hard to respond to, hence the bridge spam aspect of the deck and why it's just been a staple deck in the game forever. And guys, as you can see right here, I went PEKKA in the back because we knew that if he went all in at the bridge with an elixir golem opposite lane, as you can see right there, I just kited it away with that battle ram, and that's a play that you're going to need to know how to do if you're playing this PEKKA bridge spam deck, is kite with that battle ram, kind of like you do with the ice golem in like 2.6 or other fast cycle decks. Yeah, you're just going to need to know how to cycle, to kite with that battle ram, because it's just a really big play, and you can, you know, pull the opposite lane troops into your PEKKA, whichever lane you played your PEKKA in. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Battery getting low. Yeah, guys, but that was just a really good defensive transition there, and we were able to turn that good defense into offense right there once we were able to single out that elixir golem and just get a huge elixir advantage on him, and he wasn't able to defend. So just a really solid win there against a pretty difficult matchup. Sparky usually does pretty well into PEKKA, so that was a good win there. So let's go ahead and get on to the next matchup, guys. All right, guys, so getting on to this next matchup, I believe we're going to be playing a golem matchup here. So he's got the Ice Whiz, the NATO, Lightning, Baby Drag, just, you know, probably the most standard golem, one of the most standard golem decks in the game. He's going to go Ice Whiz right there lined up with the tower, so we're going to get a nice magic archer there early on. And we're going to go, he's already committed with the Ice Whiz and the bar barrel there. So we know he doesn't have that much elixir, so it wasn't that dangerous to go in with that bandit there. But it was just a tad bit aggressive, but not too much of an issue there. We're just going to go with an E-Wiz, a late E-Wiz on that Night Witch just to prevent a lot of damage. And right here, he goes in with the E-Barbs. So he's just got the skill version of Golem. And right here, guys, this is another kite situation like I was talking about in the last matchup, but it was kind of maybe a little bit unnecessary just because those E-Barbs were already kind of low. I don't even know if they would have got a hit on the tower, but still an okay situation. You never know if your opponent's going to have something wacky like zap or freeze or something to freeze up the tower, so you just don't want to lose the game off of something silly like that early on. But probably in a later situation where I know his deck completely, I probably wouldn't use a kite on the E-bars when they're already that low. So he's going to go in with the golem push here. We're just going to go with a PEKKA in the back. You want to wait just a little bit, guys, to place your PEKKA in the back when they go golem, just because you don't want your PEKKA to cross the bridge. You want your PEKKA to stay on your side of the bridge, so you'll have the Princess Tower helping you out the whole time. That was a little bit of a bad bandit there, guys. A little bit of a panic play. I didn't know he was going to go in with that bar barrel. We give him the yawn there just because we've played so much golem today. And we're kind of tired, you know, it's the same old, you know, build a huge push. There's pretty much no variation when you play against Golem. You build a huge push, get, the baby drag, the ice whiz, and whatever behind it, and then you tornado all your enemy's troops together, and it just gets really old playing against those types of decks a lot. And I mean, PEKKA Bridge Spam isn't the most high-skilled deck in the game, but it is pretty high skill, and there is a lot of variation to the deck. You can play it a lot of different ways. So, I mean, it's just kind of aggravating to play Golem a lot. But anyways, that being said, it is nice that we have the Fireball in this matchup, because that's going to be a pretty good answer to the Night Witch and the E-Barbs. So in this situation, guys, he's probably going to get quite a bit of damage on us just because he gets that Golem to the tower, and he's going to get a pretty nice lightning on us. We're going to have to go in with an E-Wiz on those bats there, and he's got a pretty good damage advantage. But this is what I'm saying, guys. We had an okay defense there, and we were able to pressure. Like, when you get a pretty good defense, you want to, like, go with, Battle Ram and Dark Prince, things like that in front of your counter push. And especially if you've got, like, a pretty healthy PEKKA. Say if you're going against, like, a PEKKA matchup, you're going to want to put that Dark Prince or the, Battle Ram in front of your PEKKA just to shield your PEKKA, so your PEKKA can, just be safe and be smashing their units and just keep your push alive. So just a pretty solid win there against a really solid player. He's actually, I made this deck earlier on in the day, and this guy's actually pushed up to top 10,000 with this Golem deck that he's played. So hats off to him. He's actually like 250 trophies higher than we are now. So, good on him. I think that this PEKKA Bridge Spam deck will probably be the deck that I end the season out with. It's not my main deck by any means, but I am pretty good with it. I'm getting better with it. And, the Graveyard deck that I play with, it's not the best in the meta right now just because it doesn't have, Poison or Fireball. And Graveyard kind of gets smashed right now by Mother Witch decks. So, yeah, I'm just going to wait for that Mother Witch nerf to start playing, ladder pushing with my main Graveyard deck again. And, this PEKKA Bridge Spam deck has been in the game forever, guys. If you haven't tried it out yet, you really need to get yourself acquainted with this deck. Even if you don't think you're going to end up playing with it a lot, you are going to definitely play against it a lot, especially if you, get up in the, mid 5,000s or 6,000 trophy range. You're going to see this deck a ton, guys, just because it's one of the most popular decks in the game, and for a good reason. But yeah, guys, probably when the meta changes back to more normal state, you're going to see this deck back with Poison more than the Fireball. But right now, you're going to want to play that Fireball just because Fireball is so important to have in decks right now, just because of this particular meta. But anyways, guys, that's going to finish out the video for us. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did enjoy the content, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate any support that you guys give me. If you didn't enjoy anything that you saw in the video, please leave that in the comments below as well. And any criticism helps, negative or positive. I'll try to do my best to make corrections and keep you guys coming back for the next one. But until then, guys, I'll see you soon.